Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside of Leo D. Mahoney Arena here on the campus of Fairfield University for tonight's out-of-conference matchup featuring the Whalers of New London High School and your home team Jesuits of Fairfield Prep. I am Nick Waltieri, joined alongside by Connor Fitzsimons. And Connor, it's senior day. What are we thinking?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Always good to be in Mahoney for a game. You know, I think the Jesuits haven't had the start they wanted to the season. They're looking for that one game to turn it around. They're going to have a lot of seniors out in the court tonight, and I think today is the opportunity to get that done.
So as you said, Connor, a lot of seniors on the court today. A starting lineup of every senior except for Nick Alvarez. But we got Cooper Callahan, Alex Scott, Jack Stocknoff, John Garrity, and Luca Fusco starting because Aiden Crotty is, of course, injured, unfortunately. But Nick Alvarez has gotten the start in almost every game this season, so they are giving the start to Alex Scott in his place. But I think tonight's going to be a really good matchup. This New London team, led by Devin Williams, number 2, averaging 19 points a game, and Devin Williams, I believe Devin Williams also is an 1,000-point scorer for New London. So New London's definitely going to want to win. So it's going to be definitely a really good game tonight. But a lot of excitingness as it is senior night. We're going to have the little ceremony for senior night, and then we'll get the game underway. But this is a huge out-of-conference matchup and would be potentially a huge upset for the Jesuits to take down the number 6 ranked team in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, as it looks like we are getting ready to go here for the senior day ceremonies.
Good afternoon and welcome to Mahoney Arena for today's matchup between New London High School and your Fairfield Prep Jesuits.
So first up is number 1, Nick
Hi,
Alvarez.
stand on the free throw line right here, okay? And look at the camera over here.
Second-year player on this varsity squad.
3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Yeah, stay back. Come back.
Next, we have number 10.
Correction, Nick Alvarez is actually number 5, but no. Next up is number 10, Cooper Callahan, recently named a senior captain, so that's pretty exciting for him. 4-year player for prep basketball, and also a 3-sport athlete: football, basketball, lacrosse.
Right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And one more. 3, 2.
Thank you.
Next, we have number 4, Aiden.
Number 4, Aiden Karate, senior captain.
Along with his brothers from the class of 2025, Emmett Karate. From the class of 2027, Declan Karate. And brother Finn, a future prep Jesuit.
Run the free throw line, guys.
Everyone on the free throw line.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Couple more. And one more. 3, 2, 1.
Emmett Crowley unfortunately suffering a season-ending injury in a scrimmage.
Next we have number 13, Luca Fusco. With his parents, Jay and Trish Fusco.
Next up
And his nieces,
is
Florence.
number 13, senior Luca Fusco, first-year player for Varsity. Great to see him.
Free throw line, please. We'll take your picture on the free throw line.
Right here, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
Up next is number 20, John Garrity. Along with his mom, Kathleen Garrity.
Getting their time.
He's a prep class of 1953. John's grandma and younger sister will also be attending the game today.
There's some very cool graphics that were made by our communications team.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Here at Mahoney.
Guys, right here.
Similar to the ones we saw last year for our senior starters.
2, 1.
Next up, we have number 23, Alex Scott.
Next up, number
Along with his
23.
parents, Cassandra and Prince, and sisters, Gabriella and Gia.
Which is really cool to see.
Congratulations. Proud of your sons. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And lastly is this, we got 2 more. Got
3, 2, 1.
a senior manager for the varsity squad, Jalen Brown. And I don't think we've seen a senior manager since,
Miramar.
I think, 2020 with BJ Wenzel, who was a senior.
Did we forget anybody? Oh yeah, Finally, we have number 3, Jack Stocknoff.
Senior manager.
Parents Karen and Jan.
Next up is Jack Stockton.
Sister Caitlin.
Number 3.
Grandparents Richie and Roberta Martek.
Really cool to see Stockton. He is also a 4-year player for the varsity, or 4-year player for the basketball team. It's really cool to see.
Great son. Congratulations, your brother. Congratulations.
Second year on varsity.
Congrats.
Gather on the free throw line.
Right here, guys.
Oh, okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. And one more. 3, 2, 1.
And last, we have senior manager Jalen Brown, who let me in the back door today. And his mother, Shanice Lynch.
Now we got the senior manager, Jalen Brown. It's really cool to see senior managers being honored. We saw one of our FP Game Time seniors last year, Anthony Scotia, getting honored for being a senior manager with the lacrosse team last spring. So it's really cool to see these senior managers get honored for what they do for the teams.
Right here, ready? 3, 2, 1. And one more. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations to our varsity seniors in the class of 2024. Me and Connor also seniors, so it's cool to see our classmates being honored.
Not a big senior class, one of the smallest in recent years, but
I think that makes our class that much closer, I like to say.
All right, guys, ready? 3, 2, 1. And one more. 3, 2, 1. And then seniors, step in front. And then get closer. Get together. Yep, and then kneel down, guys. Kneel down. I know. Stand it. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. One more, ready?
what's wrong?
3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
So it looks like we'll have about 5 minutes on the clock for the
Warm-ups.
teams to warm up again, and then we should get underway here at Mahoney Arena.
Should be a really good one though today, Connor. I mean, these two teams, they've battled through a lot this year, but you know, we got senior day for the Jesuits trying to pull out a win over New London, and also pulling out the upset. It would be a crazy upset for the Jesuits.
Yeah, you know, I think a big thing for the Jesuits, they got to find out how to stop number 2, Devin Williams.
Yeah.
19 points a game. That is
Absurd.
That's a lot in
Yeah.
the NBA. That is pretty crazy in high school. So
It's also crazy to see him as an 1,000-point scorer.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pretty unheard of for high school basketball in general, much less Connecticut as one of the smallest states in the world, or in the United States. So it's pretty cool to see. So the New London Whalers are currently 8-3, coming off a win against East Hartford 2 days ago, 86-70. So scoring 86 points in high school is pretty unheard of as well. But putting up 86 points, they're a pretty efficient team when it comes to scoring. And before that, they took down Bacon Academy 94-40. So that's
high-powered offense.
Yeah, that's high-powered offense led by Devin Williams. So the New London Whalers are 8-3. The Jesuits of Fairfield Prep are 2-9, coming off the game you commentated with Tommy Berry, actually.
It was the second night of a back-to-back against Daniel Hand at Hill House. Played Daniel Hand at our sister school, Laurelton Hall, and then came back here the next night and played a close one against Hill House, but couldn't get the job done in that one. And I think part of what Prep doesn't get credit for is this year they do have one of, if not the hardest schedules in the state. I think it says a lot when we have our senior night against the 6th-ranked team in the state. So, yeah, they're a tested team already. They've played close games. They've played a lot of good teams. So, we'll see that experience come through.
Hill House, the final score of the Hill House game was 57-48. That Hill House team, though, is extremely high-powered. Also 8-3, but 5-0 in the SEC. So it's pretty cool. It was a very tough game, but the Jesuits definitely showed that they are improving as the season has gone on.
Yeah, talking to some of the players after the Hill House game, it was the general consensus that it was probably one of the best defensive games they've played all year. They were forcing tough shots. They were forcing Hill House to take shots from the Stag logo on the court. They were one of the first teams this year to hold them under 60 points. Now they had a couple of things on offense, some turnovers, some missed layups that is ultimately what lost the game for them. But I think it's just cleaning up those sloppy mistakes.
Yeah, I agree. On senior day, but definitely going to be a very important game for both teams. Definitely a test for Prep and New London, but we'll see what happens. New London does play a different schedule, like a lot of different teams than Prep, due to them being up north in the Hartford area, Hartford, New Britain area, but well, they're from New London, but it's up near Hartford. But it's gonna be a test. But here we go.
Featuring the Whalers of New London High School and the home team Jesuits of Fairfield Prep. Now for today's starting lineups. First for New London, number 1, Deshaun Phillips.
Number 1, Deshaun Phillips, the point guard.
Number 2, Devin Williams.
Number 2, that man himself, Devin Williams.
Yeah, really the leader of this New London team.
Number 11, Caden Simons Gaskin. That's quite the name.
Number 21, Kim Davis.
Number 21, Nakim Davis.
Julius Washington.
And number 5, Julius Washington. So,
Head coach
This is a very, we should mention this. This is a very tall New Canaan team.
New London.
Sorry, New London, my bad. not to be mistaken for New Canaan. Number 13, Luca Fusco, getting his first start. Number 23, Alex Scott.
Number 20, John Garrity.
Number 20, John Garrity.
Number 3, Jack Stocknoff.
Number 3, Jack Stocknoff.
And number 10, the senior, Cooper Callahan.
And number 10, Cooper Callahan. A lot of first start guys for the Jesuits.
Yep. I believe Alex Scott and Luca Fusco getting their first starts of.
And Cooper Callahan, I believe.
Yes, Cooper Callahan as well, as we will head to the national anthem.
And now it is time.
We have a senior officiating crew today, headed by Pete Vicente, Frank Chambrello, Craig Zisk, and Joe DeBellis on the shot clock.
Teams going in their starting huddles and talking over their game plans.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of early three-point shooting from Fairfield Prep. You know, they got Cooper Callahan, Stocknoff, and Fusco out there, all, you know, sort of three-point specialists. No real big men out there. The two main big men for the Jesuits, Nick Alvarez and Andrew Wong, currently on the bench. So we'll see how they're able to defend New London in the paint.
It looks like, I'm guessing it's going to be Scott to take the opening tip for Prep. Usually Nick Alvarez's job, but Scott getting the start on senior day over Alvarez. So,
And it looks like Nick Alvarez, first man off the bench, followed by Will Kane, Kieran Fitzsimons, and then Lameek Black.
Here we go. It is number 5, Julius Washington, and number 23, Alex Scott. Washington wins the tip with ease. And it's to Devin Williams, who passes it over to Deshaun Phillips. Phillips over to Caden Simons-Gaskin. Back to Washington. Washington pull up over Garrity. No good. Fusco going up for the rebound. And he gets a steal. Fusco's going to go on open floor. And he cannot finish the layup with the contest from Washington. Here it is. Inside. The lay is good from Devin Williams.
Yeah, that's great hustle early shown by New London to get that chase down block on a breakaway, and then Devin Williams to come back and lay it in.
And backcourt violation.
That one just got away from Jack Stocknoff a little bit. Alex Scott foot on the line as he caught the ball, so it's a backcourt violation.
Devin Williams passes it to Deshaun Phillips. Back to Devin Williams. Williams thought about pulling up from there. Phillips thinking about pulling up from the court logo. Here we go.
And we're going to get a travel against New London. Big turnover early defensively for the Jesuits.
Fusco double teamed immediately. Up the floor to Scott, who's double teamed too. And that's a turnover to Devin Williams. Up the floor. Washington thought about, he tried to yam it.
Stuffed by the rim.
Thought about yamming it, but could not get up there. Turned over to Simons Gaskin. Callahan with the steal. Callahan stuck in the corner, and it's tipped out of bounds by New London. Prep ball. But this New London defense is swarming all over the court.
Yep, playing a hard full court press, doubling the ball.
Callahan getting the ball in space, immediately double teamed. Fusco keeps it from being a backcourt violation. Stocknoff for three. Bang!
Jack Stocknoff, 3 from outside the college three-point line.
Stocknoff showing his range early, but here is Phillips with the ball guarded by Fusco. Over to Washington. That's Simons Gaskin rather. Over to Washington, or over to Davis. Nakeem Davis. Davis for three. Sorry, that was Simons Gaskin for three, off the mark.
Ball bouncing around, and it's going to be Jesuits' ball again. Jesuits working hard for these rebounds early in the first quarter.
Here we go, Stocknoff with the inbound. Finding Fusco, back to Stocknoff. Up. Oh, and that's intercepted. What a play.
But it looks like he landed out of bounds on the interception.
Fusco from the inbound pass from Stocknoff. Oh, Fusco, a couple hezzies back to Garrity, outside Scott. He's trying to drive out of bounds, last touch.
Yeah, it looked like he just caught the line with his foot there, trying to drive inside the baseline. We saw some nice play from Luca Fusco there, putting a couple moves on the defenders to try to get some open shots, but nothing for the Jesuits on that possession. As it looks like it's going to be timeout New London early in the first quarter. I think so far, Devin Williams 2 points, but they've really been able to limit his shot opportunities, forcing the other New London players to shoot the ball, and so far they haven't done it well.
And for the Jesuits, obviously Stocknoff just pulling up and no hesitation from the left elbow on right near the Stag logo, actually. Like you said, Connor, outside of the college 3 line, the white line is the high school one, with the red line being the college. So that's really impressive to see Jack Stocknoff, a senior captain, show off his range and pull up from that distance.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was, other than the Fusco blocked layup, that was the only shot the Jesuits actually took in the first 2.5 minutes.
So New London playing some really tough defense. I mean, we've seen a couple of steals because they're forcing the Jesuits to throw longer passes, and that causes for some turnovers, which is New London's high efficiency. Here is Phillips over to Simons Gaskin. Phillips back to Simons Gaskin, driving in. Inside to Washington, blocked by Fusco, and the acrobatics to keep it in bounds.
And that is a fantastic block by Luca Fusco on someone quite a bit taller than him.
Stocknoff, Fusco. Fusco guarded heavily by Simons Gaskin. Inside, Fusco off the mark on the layup. Rebounded by Davis.
Looked like tipped on the pass by Stocknoff, so it'll be New London inbound on the baseline as we'll see number 24, TG Punch, the senior, check into the game.
TG Punch is quite the name as well. And also Savon Warren, number 4, checking in. Inside, Devin Williams, and one, the charge rather, with John Garrity, the charge specialist.
Yeah, he's been doing that all year. I believe he was actually in the game we played against Ludlow in the holiday tournament. He took 4 in the first half and then basically got told by the refs at halftime they can't give him any more.
Scott driving left side underneath to Garrity, blocked by Punch.
And that's going to be Jesuits ball again.
Yeah, Jesuits ball again. And nothing seems to be stopping the Jesuits, but they haven't been able. Oh, Garrity inside, no foul called. Up the floor, Devon Williams lays it up and in.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers early in this game. Good ball hawk defense by both teams.
Stocknoff thought about pulling up. Garrity underneath. Outside Scott thought about pulling up from the right wing. Looks like Will Kane and Kieran Fitzsimon's about to come in for the Jesuits. Pull up, jumper, fadeaway from Stocknoff. No good, up the floor. Inside, Devin Williams, and one!
Devin Williams with an and one for his 6th points of the game. He has all of the New London points currently.
Here comes Kieran Fitzsimons and Will Kane in for Cooper Callahan and Alex Scott. So we got the 3-point specialists in your brother, Kieran. And then we got the other 3-point specialist and overall specialist, Will Kane, who's been unstoppable for the Jesuits all year.
Will Kane and Jack Stocknoff, the 2 leading scorers on this team, as it looks like Nick Alvarez will check into the game soon as well for the Jesuits.
Kane guarded heavily by Deshaun Phillips. Over to Garrity, over to Fusco. Fusco guarded by Warren. Corner through, stepped on the sideline, and it is
New London ball.
Yep. Wow.
Nick Alvarez checking into the game now. Taking out John Garrity.
That could have been a backcourt on Phillips, because I thought he was still in the backcourt when Devin Williams passed it to him. But Williams inside playing physical. Phillips underneath the basket, passes it inside. Warren, that he puts it up and in. The inbound from Warren. It's a 3-ball, taking it over. Oh, and that's just off the back rim from Kieran Fitzsimons. He was guarded, I believe, by TG Punch.
Yeah, took it right over him, but just a little too long. As that one was bouncing around under the hoop, won by Alvarez.
Kane, corner 3. That's good. Oh my goodness. Over Simons, Gaskin, and Kane has 3.
Kane making his impact immediately, as it looks like we're going to see Lameek Black Jr. into the game. He will take out Luca Fusco.
Simons, Gaskin over, swinging the ball around. Devin Williams over to Deshaun Phillips. Phillips to Williams. Thought about the right wing 3. Driving in on Fitzsimmons and lays it up and in.
Devin Williams, 9 points in the first 6 minutes of this game.
That's insane. Have 9 points in the first 10 minutes.
First 6.
First 6, rather, yeah, of the game. Corner, it's Alvarez driving in on Punch. And
it's going to be a foul on the floor against TG Punch.
Andrew Wong, number 44, and Lameek Black checking in for Stocknoff and Fusco.
In the lineup for the Jesuits, number 1, Lameek Black, number 44, Andrew Wong. In for Luca Fusco and Jack Stocknoff.
Here is Nick Alvarez. Loses the ball, but Fitzsimons keeps it in, but just to Warren. Warren driving in outside to Deshaun Phillips. Phillips inside, reverse layup, acrobatic, no good. Tipped back out by Punch, but it's on the baseline. Phillips turnover.
Yeah, I believe Devon Williams was wide open at the top of the key. Phillips didn't see him, tried the tough layup, and ends up as a turnover.
Kane bringing it up the court. Passes left side to Wong. Inside Lameek Black, and that is, I thought was a bump or a foul of some sort, but nonetheless just a turnover for the Jesuits. And coming in for New London is Amir Hall.
As it looks like number 11, Simmons Gaskin, is coming out of the game.
Inbound pass from Hall over just to Phillips. Phillips with over to Devin Williams. Devin Williams inside. Oh my, acrobatic
Devin
layup.
Williams,
Oh my.
tough bucket. 11 points now in the first quarter for Devin Williams. New London, only 13 points. Devin Williams has 11 of them.
Fitzsimon's top key, thought about the three, passes it back to Kane. Oh, almost a steal from, oh my God, a vicious block from Savon Warren. Oh my goodness, took that right out of Fitzsimons' hands. But that was...
Yeah, Fairfield Prep not trying a lot of inside the arc shots early. They seem to be relying heavily on the three, but New London doing a great job of guarding the perimeter so far.
Kane inside. Oh, pulling up blocked
Another
by
block.
Punch. And that's a shot clock violation on Will Kane. That just shows you the swarming defense of New London, not even giving them a shot.
Yeah, it seemed to me like the Jesuits weren't aware of the shot clock situation there. You know, with a 35-second shot clock, it's rare in high school you actually have to worry about it, but...
New London will hold for the last shot. Devin Williams inside, kick out to Warren. Inside, Williams, and that's good. Oh my
Another
goodness.
tough bucket for Devin Williams. 13 points in the first quarter for number 2 of the New London Whalers. 15-6 New London at the end of the first. I mean, Jesuits just got to figure out a way to stop Devin Williams.
Williams is just too much for the Jesuits right now. 13 of the 15 New London points. And Connor, I think we can both agree the Jesuits need to find a way to stop him.
Yeah, I think another thing is Jesuits need to find a way to get buckets in the paint. They've only taken 2 shots under the basket, and both of them have been blocked, as well as 2 3-pointers being blocked. So, yeah, I mean, they got to find a better way to create better looks.
Because getting drilled in the first quarter 15-6 is definitely not the way the Jesuits wanted this game to go.
Yeah, last game against against Hill House, they were down 19-7 after the first quarter. I believe this is the 3rd game in a row where the Jesuits have scored single digits in the first quarter. So, and that's been a common theme this year. Now, last game they outscored Hill House 20-8 in the second quarter with a combination of great defense, some big threes by Kieran Fitzsimons, and some tough buckets by number 1, Lameek Black Jr., who you just saw there. But, yeah, they got to get this offense going, and they got to do it quick.
Here's Black driving in. He's fouled, and that was a hard foul on New London, but he goes to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, New London got some big bodies in the paint. Hard to get shots up over them.
Black hits the first one, nothing but net. But yeah, as you said, 13 points, 11 points for Devin Williams. 13 rather. That's 2 points for Lamique Black. He hits the second one. Lamique Black's gonna bring it down the. Oh, and he almost has it stolen by Warren.
Yeah, never saw him coming.
Amir Hall cannot handle the pass from Deshaun Phillips, but it's Jesuits' ball, and it's Kieran Fitzsimons to take the inbound.
New London were called, I believe they think it was tipped, but the ref says prep ball.
Here's Kane.
Kane getting doubled pretty much every time he has the ball. Shot clock down to 12.
Shoot that at the top key, no good from Kane. Nick Alvarez underneath gets the board and put the bucket.
The first second chance points for the Jesuits of the night. 15-10 now for New London.
Williams pulling up and he hits the three. Oh my goodness.
From way downtown, Devin Williams.
3 more points for him. He has 16 now of the 18. So that just shows you how monumental he is. Fitzsimons trying to get around, but it's underneath the Alvarez, stolen away by Punch. Up the floor to Warren. Oh my, behind the back pass. Phillips pulling up, cannot hit off back rebound. Oh, but Punch puts it back in. The height of this New London team is just too much for the Jesuits.
Really killing the Jesuits under the basket. It looks like they're going to bring Feeney and Kiger in to try get some more shots outside the paint, because going to the basket right now is not working for them.
Here's Lamique Black, passes to Kieran Fitzsimons, who pulls up and hits the 2-point jumper.
Kieran Fitzsimons with a tough bucket over Devin Williams.
It's Warren, but it's Punch right there. Punch underneath and cannot hit the board, and he almost gets the steal from Andrew Wong. But I think the key to having Andrew Wong in the game is to get some of these buckets, but the rebounds too, and that's a tie-up, and the possession arrow is New London. So the Jesuits just cannot catch a break right now at all.
Yeah, they are really struggling in the paint. I mean, Lamique got a nice offensive rebound, tried to take the second chance points himself. I believe there was some open shooters that he could have kicked it out to, but tried to take it and got blocked in the paint.
So Fitzsimons and Wong come out. In comes Kiger and Feeney. Lucas Kiger is the three-point specialist on this Jesuit squad, apart from Kieran Fitzsimons and Will Kane. Devin Williams, a tough pull-up jumper, and the New London Whalers increase their lead to 10 points. And this has just been Devin Williams has been just too much for the Jesuits.
It is nothing short of a one-man show right now. 18 points for Devin Williams in the first 11 minutes of this game.
Kane outside to Lamique Black. Kiger thought about pulling up. He loses the ball. Kiger jumps on the floor for it, grabs the rebound. Corner three from Feeney, and he's in and out. And Kane gets the steal and lays it up. 22-14 Whalers.
Kane with 5 points now off that a little lucky rebound. Falls to him right under the hoop.
Williams inside, and one.
Nope,
but
it's going to be a travel.
Wow.
Going to be a travel. Got the bucket. Think he did get fouled too, but he traveled right before it. So that's going to be Jesuits' ball. Jesuits now trailing by 8 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Out of bounds, last touch by Lucas Kiger, so it's New London ball.
Yeah, Jesuits really struggling to create good looks here. The New London defense has been locked down so far.
Oh, Kiger with a heads-up steal.
New London not pressing the ball as much up the court now.
Kiger thought about the three, did not take it. Kane with 16 on the clock. Lameek. And that's steal. Devin Williams. He lays it up and in. Oh my goodness.
Devin Williams, 20 points with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. That is
Absurd.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Timeout, Jesuits. They're down 24-14. 3 minutes left, 3:06 left in the half. But Connor, the Jesuits need to get anything going.
Yeah, really just, I think they haven't really been able to create shots inside of the three-point line so far. That New London defense does a great job of switching off of the ball carrier. And early in the game, they were doing a great job pressing in the backcourt. I think that opened a couple of things up for the Jesuits. So they've moved a little bit off that. They're sitting back more, but they're playing great perimeter defense while still limiting the Jesuits' opportunities inside the arc. So the Jesuits taking their first timeout of the game with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the second quarter. It looks like we are going to see Jack Stocknoff back in the game along with Alex Wong.
Andrew Wong passes inside. Stocknoff cannot get the layup to go. Here's Washington. Simons Gaskin over to Phillips. Phillips. Gaskin, Simons, Gaskin inside on Stocknoff, guarded tightly and cannot get the and one, but he gets fouled. He will go to the line to shoot two.
Looked like Stocknoff got hit in the throat there. He's going to ask to come out of the game, and Kieran Fitzsimons will get subbed in.
No good on the first free throw from Caden Simons-Gaskin, rather. Kieran Fitzsimons comes in for Stocknoff, who brings the garbage over, which cannot be good.
I believe he got hit in the throat.
Oh. He looks like he's having a hard time breathing right now, which could not be a good thing.
Yeah, just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Kiger, Tafini, Kane. It's Kiger, guarded by Julius Washington, who is sizably bigger than him.
4 on the shot clock.
Feeney pulls up and cannot get it to go. Rebound by Julius Washington.
Looks like New London is gonna get Devin Williams back in the game, as that's a tough layup by Julius Washington.
Yeah, he's pointing to his throat on the bench, so I do think he just got hit in the throat. Travel on Kieran Fitzsimons. Callahan coming in.
And back in comes Devin Williams, 20 points in the first half. New London, only 27. Devin Williams has 20 of them.
Williams at the top of the key. over to Julius Washington, who's going to drive in, cannot get the layup to go.
Great defense by Andrew Wong there.
Here's Callahan bringing it up the court. Inside, Kieran Fitzsimon's corner. Kane. Outside, Feeney, left side corner three. That's good. Matt Feeney for three.
Great ball movement there by the Jesuits. Great pass from Will Kane to get Feeney the wide open look.
No good.
Deshaun Phillips will go to the line for two.
His first team second. Sean Phillips. The line two.
And we've seen Phillips facilitating the offense tonight, bringing the ball up the court. However, that is his first point of the game.
Phillips hits the second one. 2 points for Deshaun Phillips. Here is Will Kane bringing it up the floor. There's not really a whole lot to highlight for the Jesuits. Not been able to hit too much here. Oh, Kane loses the ball. Oh my gosh, underneath the legs. And it's out of bounds, last touch by New London. Jesuit ball, but that was a sloppy play from the Jesuits there.
Jesuits will hold this, take the last shot of the half, hopefully go into the half down by 10 or less, currently down by 12.
They actually cannot take the last shot because there's a shot clock. Kane, no
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry, it didn't reset.
No good from three, but now they can hold it for the last shot. Callahan for three. No good. Wong cannot. He gets the board. Outside. Fitzsimons. Callahan at the buzzer. No, that's no good. And the half ends. And, and after the buzzer, Fitzsimons hits a three.
New London 29, Jesuits 17 going into the second half.
We will take a short break at halftime. We'll be back for second half action. Score at halftime, as Connor just said, Whalers 29, Jesuits 17. Thanks for watching.
So today I was here speaking on the No Place for Hate initiative that we have going on at Prep, and just talking about how my experiences through football and being in different locker rooms and playing all these years has shown me the importance of being a man for others and building relationships with other people so that we can go out into the community and try to be a force for good instead of hate. You know, I loved my time here at Prep. I have friends for life, brothers for life from this place. Still keep in touch with faculty, staff, teachers, counselors. This is truly home for me, and so it's an honor to be back here and be able to see everybody again and talk to the guys. And I think our culture here at Prep is what I love the most about it, is you know, how we're all meant for others. And I think that's just such a simple but important task that we're charged with, to go out into the community and truly try to act with love and in a way to serve other people. And so that's what I try to do and strive to do, and I know everybody else here does the same. I think it's a very unique part of our culture that ties us all together.
To be an SEC Scholar Athlete means, hard work both on the water and off the water, finding balance of time in between schoolwork and practice. As a coxswain, I'm on the water, not rowing, but instead helping the rowers find technique, motivation, and steering the boat. So being a coxswain means that I have to do a little extra homework, have to watch film. I started my freshman year under the guidance of Coach Ed, and he really saw something in me and helped me progress as a coxswain. I sort of took it upon myself to keep learning, keep progressing in the sport, and eventually I landed up here. In season, it's a lot of getting home and getting things done as soon as possible, whether it's writing down notes after practice, talking about what we did on the water, what guys need to improve on, and then after that I set aside the rest of the night to just do homework, study, review, and if we don't have a lift the next morning that I have to be at, I'll wake up at 5 in the morning, get work done. So it's finding the balance between health, schoolwork, and athletics.
First 6 weeks with Philip has been honestly very impressive to watch because he's taken on the role as varsity coxswain, he's in the 1V, he's the captain of the team as a senior, but he's also got 4 guys underneath him who are learning how to be coxswains from him, from me, and he's taken charge of how to teach them, how to make them grow, but also handling the day-to-day things here, where he knows when the boat needs to launch, he knows how to run a warm-up, and he does really everything you expect from a coxswain without needing to be asked, which is the most impressive part. He's really good at working with guys one-on-one. So especially when he's working with those younger coxswains, teaching them how they should take on the river, how they should take on a race, how they should work with other rowers. But also when he's in a boat, he knows how to communicate individually for what a guy needs to hear. I think a big thing with a coxswain is you can't just deliver the same message the same way to everyone, and he knows how to adapt that and be able to be a leader, not just for the freshmen, but also for the seniors who have been around for a while and do know what they're talking about, and he's able to still communicate things they need to work on in a way that's productive.
Everything we have and enjoy at Prep is a gift. We're surrounded by the gifts, great and small, that come from our parents, our grandparents, our friends, and most of all, our Prep brothers. Everything around us is a gift, flowing from deep gratitude that leads to generosity.
And every Prep brother is so much more than just a student. Fairfield Prep is much more than just a normal high school. Prep ignites the fire within us all.
Our young men are being guided by their coaches and their teachers and their mentors to become young men of conscience, compassion, and character.
To me, being a scholar athlete really means combining academics and athletics and really being able to put it together and be my best self at all of those combined. It's been really great in the leadership role. I've never really experienced anything like this before, but it's been a really eye-opening experience to see what it's like to have people look up to you and be a leader among my teammates. I never really saw myself in this position because I was kind of like a shy freshman who didn't really talk to many people, but now I feel like I really found my friends, and I feel like this team is like a family to me at this point, and we're going to go through it all together.
So Matt's a great kid. He's been an extremely valuable asset to the team. A lot of the players look to him through his actions. He's been someone that we can count on and rely on in big moments. He's someone that leads through his actions. I think everyone can see him and how he shows up early, how he takes his academics seriously, and as a person, he's just exceptional. He's been a great kid, not only to his teammates, but to his community and the ones around him.
Being a man for others here at Prep, it's opened my eyes to whole new experiences. I've been working with underprivileged people, people with disabilities, and it's really changed my perspective on how people in our community are struggling, and we can do whatever it takes to help them and make the world a better place.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, we're here for second half action after a chaotic first half in which the New London Whalers have a 12-point lead on the Jesuits, 29-17, with Devin Williams 20 points leading the way for the Whalers. I am Nick Waltieri, joined alongside by Connor Fitzsimons, if you are just joining us, but this game has been chaotic, and there's also not that much to highlight.
Yeah, it's been a pretty chaotic game. I think over 5 steals for both teams. Ball is flying up and down the court. See, obviously, Devin Williams with 20 of New London's 29 points. Leading scorer for the Jesuits is Will Kane with 5. So Jesuits spreading the workload a lot. New London not as much, but the Jesuits so far not been able to stop Devin Williams.
Here's Andrew Wong, top of the key, looking around, no one to pass to. Here's Kane. Left elbow at the Stag logo is Lameek Black. Wong sets a pick. Lameek cannot get any separation there. Here is Kane, right elbow. 7 seconds on the shot clock, floats it no good. Rebound Wong, puts it up, cannot finish. Out of bounds, last touch by the Whalers. That's fresh 35 for the Jesuits.
Yeah, something we've seen a lot, the Jesuits really not getting the ball inside the arc until about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They are burning a lot of time in the backcourt.
Nakeem Davis subbed out, in comes TG Punch. Kane, right corner. Corner to Alvarez, they're gonna leave semi-open. Here's Wong driving inside, cannot finish, and Phillips pushes it up the court to Devin Williams. Pass to Phillips. Phillips inside punch, reverse layup. That's good. Oh my goodness!
Great ball movement there from the Whalers, and TG Punch a tough reverse layup.
Left elbow 3, no good from Will Kane. Up, no good, out of bounds, last touch by Punch and the Whalers. So it's 31-17. New London with the only 2 points of the second half so far.
Jesuits down by 14. Came back from 18 last game, but they would have to get it going soon.
Wong for 3, no good. Rebound by,
and I believe that is
Simmons,
the first
Gaskin.
Andrew Wong 3-point attempt of his varsity career. And
that's 2 more for Devin Williams.
Another
he is 22.
Another tough pull-up jumper. I mean, he sets his feet, elevates, and it's just so smooth.
Oh, that's a hard foul on Lameek Black. Julius Washington helps him up, though, after that hard foul.
Yeah, Lameek been going to the basket a lot. That's sort of his specialty, drive to the basket and put up a floater. But New London is so big in that paint that it's been very hard for him to do this game.
No good off back rim and backboard from Black. Here's New London. New London's up 33-17. Here is Black. No good on the second one, in and out. Rebound by TG Punch, who's just so tall.
Yeah, TG Punch doing a lot of work in the paint. Wasn't starting, but we have seen a lot of him in this game. It's been Punch and Julius Washington dominating the paint for the Whalers.
Three-pointer. Oh, if that had gone in.
Yeah, that one from Devin Williams was from way downtown.
Up the floor. Stocknoff gets the ball inside Alvarez. Fouled, though. And that's the thing about this New London squad. They're not going to give Prep any easy buckets.
Even on the fast break, it seemed like Stocknoff was wide open, but Punch managed to catch up to him, stop him from shooting, turn around, and force Nick Alvarez out of a shot as well.
Jack Nolan is also a freshman on the Jesuits varsity squad who is also injured. So a lot of injuries are giving the Jesuits hard times, roster-wise. Here is Alvarez on the second one. He hits both, so it's 33-19 for Nick Alvarez.
Yeah, the Jesuits, after losing Aiden Crotty early in the season, they're probably losing about 15 points per game. So they've looked for some guys to step up, but Jesuits haven't really been able to combine for that number yet and replace that impact that Crotty would have had.
Simons Gaskin outside to Devin Williams. Inside to Punch, inside Washington. Diving on the floor for that one. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Devin Williams. That's good. Oh, my goodness. 24 points for, thought it was 6. 24 points from Devin Williams. He's just going off this game. Kane, almost, he lost it. And here it comes Deshaun Phillips. Acrobatic layup, 2-ball.
Yeah, Jesuits, they've looked a little flustered moving the ball on offense. They've given away a lot of steals and haven't been able to create good shots.
Foul on the 3-ball is Kane. So he goes to the line. Oh, sorry, that's Andrew Wong.
Yeah, Andrew Wong fouled by number 11, Simons Gaskin.
No good off front rim from Andrew Wong. In for Julius Washington comes Savon Warren, number 4. Here is Wong. Hits the second one.
We'll see Cooper Callahan come back into the game for Andrew Wong. Jesuits pressing the ball. They know they need extra possessions, need some turnovers.
Inside, no good. Inside again, TG Punch is fouled. So he goes to the line to shoot 2 more.
Yeah, Jesuits really going after this ball now, doubling the ball carrier in the backcourt, playing a hard press defense. They know they need extra possessions now.
Here is TG Punch. Gets it to go. I have to say, every New London player has a very smooth jumper. They've definitely worked on their jumpers in practice, so it's nice to see them being able to hit these jumpers.
TG Punch 6 points now on the night for the New London senior.
Outside to Kane. Kane to Stocknoff. Outside Alvarez, left corner. He drives in. Outside Kane. Drive floater is fouled. Going up for the floater.
Yeah, that was some nice movement, some nice ball movement from the Jesuits. Gave Will Kane a good look. He stuttered past it. It looked like Devin Williams got himself a nice look at a shot and will now go to the line for 2.
I have to say it's hard to play tough defense, play extremely tight defense without fouling. So the leading scorer for the Jesuits is Will Kane with 6 points. The leading scorer for New London is Devin Williams with 24. So,
as the Jesuits will take another timeout, down 17 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jesuits not getting the start to the half that they wanted. Still a lot of time left in this game, but someone's got to step up and put down some big shots. looks like the team coming out on the court for the Jesuits, Lameek Black Jr., Jack Stocknoff, Nick Alvarez, Will Kane, and Cooper Callahan. New London, Devin Williams, of course, coming back out onto the court, along with Savon Warren, Deshaun Phillips, TG Punch, and I believe Caden Simons-Gaskin.
Williams inbounds it to Phillips. Phillips going to bring it up the court. Williams to Phillips. Back to Williams. Cross-court pass. 3-ball is no good from Simons-Gaskin. But it's Warren inside to Punch. Warren, step back 2, that's good. 41-22, 19-point game.
Yeah, the New London has really been able to take advantage of second chance points in this game. They are out-rebounding the Jesuits right now by a lot.
Punch grabs the board on the Lameek Black missed jumper. Phillips to Punch. Inside, he lays it up and in. 21-point game, 43-22.
Yeah, TG Punch did not start, was coming off the bench, but has come in and now has 8 points on the night.
Callahan cannot hit the tough layup. Up the court, Williams, and that's 2 more for him.
Devin Williams, 26 points in the third quarter.
A whole new a whole new 4 for the Jesuits coming in. Luca Fusco, Matt Feeney, Andrew Wong, and Kieran Fitzsimmons, and Alvarez hits the 2-point pull-up jumper.
Yeah, I believe we will see Will Kane stay out there, and aside from that, it will be an entire new lineup for the Jesuits. Correction, it looks like
Cooper Callahan will stay out.
Cooper Callahan will stay out.
The Jesuits just have not been able to get anything going. They've scored little smaller amounts of points, but just can't get on a run. And, misses the layup is TG Punch. Fusco immediately pressured by Amir Hall. Andrew Wong, Kieran Fitzsimons back to Fusco, Feeney. Wong, and that's no good from Callahan but Fitzsimons grabs the board. Feeney inside to Callahan. What a...
Cooper Callahan, great athletic play to get a bucket under the basket, turns around mid-air and lays it in for the 2 points.
It was an alley-oop layup, and the Jesuits just down by 19 now. 3-ball corner. Devin Williams misses a shot, which is a rarity for him. And it's Williams' good defense. Out of bounds, Jesuit possession.
Yeah, that was a great bucket there from Cooper Callahan. You know, he's only 5'8", but he can get up and make those shots over the taller defenders.
Here's Fusco. Loses it to Devin Williams, but it's Callahan getting it right back. Luca Fusco. Blocked by Punch. Oh, my goodness.
And Punch has been an absolute force in the paint so far this game.
Williams right back the other way. 28 points for Devin Williams.
And that will do it for the third quarter. Jesuits down 21, and it is a one-man show right now for Devin Williams.
The Jesuits are honestly just looking for anything at this point to get them going. only they scored 9 points in the third quarter, which isn't that bad, but New London put up 11, so
yeah, you know, Jesuits, last game they were down 12, put on a nice run. There was some huge threes by Kieran Fitzsimons, some nice buckets by Lamique, but right now they just haven't been able to string together offensive possessions.
So if they are going to pull this off, what do you think the key is for Prep?
They got to start knocking down shots. They got to start doing it right now. They do have a pretty good shooting lineup in there. They have Cooper Callahan, Fusco, Fitzsimons, Feeney, and Andrew Wong. Andrew Wong, the only big man out there.
I think he is in there so that if they shoot a three and they miss, he could always hit it back out for another pull-up three. But the guy you're going to be looking to hit the threes is Fusco or Kieran Fitzsimons. But Cooper Callahan and Feeney are both also deadly from three-point range, so anything can happen. Double team, it's Callahan guarding tightly on Devin Williams. Over to Warren outside.
Looked like he stepped out of bounds on the baseline before the kick out.
And in for New London is number 10, Jameer Hall. First action we've seen him in today. Here we go. Feeney. Right side driving in. Trying to look for Andrew Wong. Turns it over. And it is Savon Warren over corner to Amir Hall. Top key over to Amir Hall, who's just going to pull up from there. And, oh, that looked like it was good. It was on point. Rattles out for New London. Now it's Luka Fusco, guarded by Devin Williams. Here is Amir Hall now. Over to Jameer Hall. Hall over to Hall to Devon Williams. Warren inside. Fouled by Wong.
Warren doing a great job there of getting to the basket and drawing the foul. Looked like he tried to go up over 3 defenders, but I believe that foul was on Matt Feeney.
Incoming is Lucas Kiger. Warren is good on the first one.
As New London will check 3 players back into the game. Deshaun Phillips, Julius Washington, and Caden Simons-Gaskin back in for the Whalers.
Here's Savon Warren on the second one. And that's no good. Rebound by Kieran Fitzsimons. Gets it to Cooper Callahan. Stops it. Oh my goodness, what a play. Pass to Fitzsimons, who lays it up and in.
Nice bucket there from Kieran Fitzsimons. Fakes the pull-up and a nice underhand layup.
He has 4 tonight, or 4 today. Here's Simons-Gaskin over corner 2.
Yeah, Simons-Gaskin no good, but laid back in by Amir Hall for his first 2 points of the night.
Here is Kiger for 3. He hits it. Lucas Kiger for 3.
Lucas Kiger with his first 3 points of the night.
Simons-Gaskin to Phillips. Corner to Amir Hall. Stolen away by Cooper Callahan. Oh, behind the back from Callahan.
As it looks like we're going to see Will Kennedy check into the game.
Outside, Kieran Fitzsimons.
Now 12 on the shot clock.
Oh, finding Kieran Fatiman's corner, left corner, no good. Off front rim and bounces out. Fusco with an acrobatic play. He gets it to go.
Cooper Callahan with a great rebound there over Amir Hall. Amir Hall, 6'1". Cooper Callahan, 5'8", but Cooper getting the rebound. And it looks like we're going to see Will Kennedy check into the game.
And here's that replay. And it's Lucas Kiger. Sorry, rather, that technical difficulties. There we go. Here's Lucas Kiger getting trapped, finding Kieran Fatiman's left corner. Unfortunately misses the three, but then it's a rebound from Callahan, passes to Fusco. Fusco, a little double clutch.
Yeah,
layup.
Fusco, I think, thought he was going to get hit there, tried to draw the foul, but still managed to make a nice layup.
Will Kennedy, nice to see him in the game. 4:46 left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, stolen away by Luka Fusco, but that's out of bounds. Simons Gaskin going to pass it to Deshaun Phillips.
It looks like they're going to leave Devon Williams in. I believe they're going to try to get him his 30 ball, so we might see the ball go to him a lot, and that's going to be a timeout, New London.
30-second timeout by the Whalers.
$17-point game, but it's far from over here in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Crazier things have happened. I will say that.
We saw it against Ludlow. I mean, Prep scored 10 points in a minute. So
yes, down, I believe they were down 13 with a minute and 30 seconds left. Hit 3 threes and a free throw. Nick Alvarez had a chance to tie the game with 4 seconds left, but that shot was just off. But we know the Jesuits are capable of comebacks.
Fusco, but it's Simons Gaskin, too strong, putting it in, and the Jesuits down 19. Here is Callahan, not going to use the screen. Kennedy outside, over to Fusco. He loses it and keeps it in. It's, wow, oh my goodness.
Savon Warren stuffed by the rim, and it will be Jesuits' possession.
We've seen that twice today, one in the first half, one in the second half. New London trying to go for a dunk to put the dagger in, but
have had a couple of breakaways, not managed to throw it down as of yet, but I'm sure we'll see them try it again. Will Kennedy goes up for a tough layup, but it's no good. And this is a breakaway.
Oh, Devin Williams, they tried to get it to him, but oh my goodness.
And it's going to be a turnover by Kiger.
Savon Warren, no good. But it's
air balls off the face.
Oh my god. It's
ball
Kennedy.
is just bouncing around right now.
Kennedy finally able to pull it down to Callahan. Callahan's going to push it up the floor. Kiger to Kennedy for three. Oh, that's well off from Will Kennedy.
But a nice rebound by Andrew Wong to lay it in. He has 3 points tonight. And Fusco a nice steal by Luka Fusco.
Oh, my goodness.
But pass gets away from him, and it's New London ball.
TG punch in for Savon Warren.
Yeah, you know, for New London, it's been a bit of a one-man show tonight. But for the Jesuits, 10 different players are on the scoreboard.
Now just a 17-point game. So we never know what could happen, especially with 2:50 left. here is Devin Williams over, and it's Simons Gaskin out to Williams inside. That's a charge.
Cooper Callahan.
Oh, yeah, I think so at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a charge.
Yeah, Cooper Callahan drawing second charge of the game for the Jesuits. Or I believe one referee called it an offensive foul and the other one called it
a block.
A blocking foul. So I believe it's going to be New London possession. That one's going to go against Cooper Callahan.
Looking for anyone. Punch grabs it over everyone against Fusco. Cannot lay it in. Wong skying for the rebound. It's Will Kennedy inside. He's fouled, so he'll get his chance at 2 points. I believe it is TJ, not TG. So I think we're saying it wrong. So TJ Punch is called for the foul. So it's Kennedy at the line. He hits the first one.
Will Kennedy, Jesuits now have 11 players on the score sheet. I believe only 2 players have made an appearance without points, and that is John Garrity and Alex Scott, both of which I believe we have not seen since the first quarter as Kennedy hits the second. We're going to see Matt Feeney back into the game for Lucas Tiger.
It'd be crazy to see him pull up from the stack, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's still sitting at 28 points, has not hit that 30 ball yet.
Inside is Washington, fouled hard. He will go to the line to shoot 2. But this has been a pretty chaotic game, but it is a 15-point game, so we've seen crazier things, but the Jesuits could come back potentially. Here's Washington at the line.
I believe they're going to put Lucas Kiger back in the game for Will Kennedy as Washington misses the first.
Callahan.
For Cooper Callahan.
Washington on the second one. Hits the second one. 53-37, so just a 16-point game. Now Lucas Kiger in for Callahan. Feeney. Oh my gosh, Feeney splits 2 and is fouled.
And now we have seen almost everyone on the Jesuits roster on the court. Only Rudy Swaggerty, Jeff Cadeau, and Henry Timniak not making appearances of yet. But again, 11 players on the score sheet for Prep.
Oh,
Fusco nearly gets the and one, driving hard to the basket.
1:51 left, 53-37. Jesuits not very close to out of it. They have very much a chance to come back.
Fusco drains the first, his third point of the night.
He hits the second one.
Luka Fusco, 4 points, which is tied for third most for the Jesuits. So that workload has really been split up.
I don't know how that's a foul on Feeney. Looks like he hit all ball, but and it's out of bounds, and it's New London ball, but the Jesuits are applying a lot of pressure to New London. And it's a steal by Fusco. Acrobatic play, and it's Callahan for 3. No good, an air ball from Callahan, but it's Fusco underneath, and he lays it up and in.
Luka Fusco, 6 points on the night. We have not seen much of him all year, but he has the second most points tonight for the Jesuits, only behind Will Kane with 7.
That's his second. Team's fifth. That puts the Whalers in the lineup in the bonus.
12-point game, 1 minute 30 to go, as it looks like Lucas Kiger will come back in for Cooper Callahan.
He hits the first. So it's 54-41, 13-point game, but the Jesuits are inching closer to the comeback.
And I believe we saw Jack Stocknoff get hurt at the end of the second half and have not seen him since then. So that's a huge blow for the Jesuits, losing one of their senior captains for the entire second half.
And it's Kiger pulling up for 3. Cannot hit. Andrew Wong inside to Feeney. He lays it up and in. So it's 55-43, 12-point game, a minute 15 left. But
as the Jesuits call a timeout, interesting to see what they'll scheme up for this. You know, obviously I think try get after the inbound, press the ball hard up the court. I think it is intentional foul time. New London hasn't been great from the free throw line, so there is chances to steal points here.
I would get Will Kane and Kieran Fitzsimons back in the game to shoot, to get their three-point shooters in, because that's what's been seeming to work for them. We know Kieran Fitzsimons can hit jumpers. He has a great jumper, but Will Kane is an all-around player who is shifty, so he can get inside, lay it up and in. But we'll see what happens here. But far from over here in the Mahoney Arena. 55-43. The Jesuits have scored, I believe, 10 points or 15 points or something in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Devin Williams, saw a lot of him in the first half. I believe he had 22 in the first half, sitting at 29 now, so not as big of a second half for him.
Oh, and they throw a baseball
he'll get
pass.
Loose.
Oh, and it's blocked by Feeney.
But that's a shooting foul on Matt Feeney.
Oh, my goodness. That looked like it was clean to me. Maybe we'll get a replay here in a second, and it looks like we will. And here is that replay. And it looked clean. It did look clean to me.
I thought he went straight up, but ref saw something we didn't. Devin Williams hits the second, and that is 30 points for Devin Williams.
Kiger getting the ball. Deep two, no good. Rebound. Kennedy, opposing possession, so it's Jesuit ball. A minute left, 56-43, 13-point game, so they're going to be looking to get a three ball.
Yeah, I think it's catch and shoot now. Catch and shoot time now for the Jesuits. No one open on the inbound. Kennedy gets up for it.
Nowhere to go. No one's open, and he throws it out of bounds.
And New London possession with 56.8 seconds remaining. Jesuits obviously going to try steal the inbound. We see Cooper Callahan come back in for Lucas Kiger. Another great pass from Simons Gaskin down the court. Just tipped out of bounds by Will Kennedy.
Savon Warren looked like he lost the ball, but again, the ref saw something we didn't. So here we go. It's Deshaun Phillips trying to find someone open. He throws it up to Devin Williams. Over to Simons Gaskin, to Amir Hall, back to Simons Gaskin, over, and that's out of bounds. Jesuit ball. But we can't shy away from the 30-point
performance from Devin Williams. Devin Williams putting on a show here at Mahoney Arena.
And that's lost, but it's Callahan scrapping for the ball. Outside, Wong for three. No good, misses everything.
And now the Jesuits intentionally fouling New London in the bonus. So I believe Devin Williams will go back to the line.
I believe Kieran Fitzsimons is fouled out, actually.
I'm
maybe I'm
not sure about that.
Yeah, maybe I feel like they would have brought him and Kane back in, but
Possibly, I've
maybe.
not been keeping track of fouls, but been keeping track of points, and I can tell you that that is number 31 for Devin Williams.
This is quite the performance for him. He hits the second one, so it's 58-43 now, but not a bad performance at all from Prep.
I think Prep, brought it back in the second half, but it's that early deficit not being able to stop.
Offensive foul hit him in the face, it looked like, on Luca Fusco.
And
They
New
will just
London
dribble this
will
out.
dribble this out. Final score, New London Whalers 58, Fairfield Prep Jesuits 43. New London, giant performance from Devin Williams. 32 points on the night for the 6-foot junior as time will expire in this one.
The Whalers improve
to 9-3.
And the Jesuits fall to 2-10. So it was a great game from both teams, but New London, the early start and early fast-paced offense getting the job done. 58-43 is our final score. New London taking down the Jesuits on senior day for Prep. It was a great one to call, but unfortunately, the result was not what we wanted. Final score, Whalers 48, Prep 58.
Yeah, I got it.
Prep 53. Tune in live to our hockey game that will be streaming at Wonderland Device in about
an hour, 4 p.m. for the hockey game. We'll see you soon, folks.